First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the one still great millstone, Wallace is truth, and also to those that scattered abroad. I like to say Shalom, and come back here today with another great powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is AI ammo vending machines. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope to sweep you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick news article here by CBS News. And it reads that ammo vending machines offer 24/7 access to bullets at some U.S. grocery stores. Let's get a little bit more. It says some grocery stores in the U.S. have something unusual in stock, 24/7 access to bullets. Texas-based company American Rounds is installing ammo vending machines in stores to provide around-the-clock access to firearm ammunition, a move the company says will redefine convenience in ammunition purchasing, while critics raise concerns about the risk of gun violence. It said our animated ammo dispensers are accessible 24/7, ensuring that you can buy ammunition on your own schedule, free from the constraints of store hours and long lines. Said the company says our machines are as easy to use as ATMs. Let's get a little bit more. It said the machines are available at half a dozen locations in 3 states so far: Oklahoma, Alabama, and Texas. So we seeing right now that they're setting the stage. So one thing about it is that they're saying that it would be very convenient to access these ammunition out of a vending machine, just like a ATM. So we seeing where this is going. So and it said it's going to be using face recognition. So a lot of these things are coming up. We seeing that right now that it's going to bring forth sedition among men. It's going to be kill or be killed. So order, order out of chaos. So we seeing right here, and also we seeing that now they bringing forth this artificial intelligence. We know that this is going to lead into this digital society, where it's going to be dealing with your biometrics, face recognition, or your palm scanning, eye retina, iris retinas, also your carbon footprinting. So a lot of these things are getting ready to come into play. We're constantly warning you left and right. It's here, it's at the door. So now let's get a little bit of this news. This little news clip in here.
To this, chips and candy aren't the only things you can grab from vending machines. Grocery stores in Alabama, Oklahoma, and Texas now have computerized vending machines selling ammunition.
The company American Rounds said its machines use an identification scanner and facial recognition software to verify the purchaser's age. The company equates it to using a computer tablet. But critics argue that selling bullets out of vending machines will lead to more shootings in the U.S.
CBS News senior coordinating producer for crime and public safety, Anna Schechter, joins us now. You've been looking into this with your team for such a long time. How does this work? And help us understand the context, because for a lot of folks around the country, ammo and that necessity is a part of their lives. So this might be convenient for them.
You take your ID, you put it in the machine. It's a 2,000-pound, big, white, sleek-looking vending machine that's right in the front of the grocery store. And the machine scans your ID, checks that you're 21, and then actually does facial recognition. So you have to stand in front, like if you were at TSA or getting clear, scan your face, and they double check that your face matches your ID. So that's the extent of the check. And then you put in your credit card and pay for the ammo. And so the company says, I just got off with the CEO, and he says, well, look, we are checking ID. I could go into any sporting goods store and the ammo's right on the shelf and I never get a background check. But what critics say, like Giffords Law Center, they're very concerned about this. And they're saying, well, listen, what they're doing, this company's doing, is that they're being very cynical and they're exploiting weak federal gun laws, weak state gun laws, like in Oklahoma, Alabama, Texas, where you don't need a background check. Nobody's checked. If you bought 1,000 rounds yesterday, you're buying another 1,000 rounds. You could then turn around and sell that to a gun trafficker who drives the ammo across to another state where there are stricter laws, where background checks are required. So while it checks your age and checks that you match your ID, it doesn't check for a mental health background, criminal record, domestic violence, any of that.
Well, given that point about being able to purchase it driving across state lines, I'm wondering, are we likely to see this expand beyond the southern states that Errol was mentioning that they're currently in?
The company says absolutely. He has had a huge influx in requests from both the grocery stores, so the vendors, and consumers, calls from Hawaii all the way to New York. And so multiple states. So what he says is he's going to make sure that he's complying with state laws. So some state laws require that you be 21 in order to buy certain kinds of ammo and 18 to buy other kinds of ammo. He actually has a uniform, won't sell it to anybody under 21 if they're actually using the real ID. But he's not going to violate any state laws, he says. But listen, there are multiple states where this is totally legal. And I think, there's been foreign news interest in this story. People are really shocked in the UK and Europe where they see, grocery stores selling ammunition through a vending machine. It's really shocking to people. And even some people in Oklahoma, CBS News has spoken to residents in Oklahoma City who hear about these other towns elsewhere in the state and who are saying, I don't want this in my state. We have a big enough problem with mass shootings. I don't want this ammo so easily accessible.
Really incredible probe that you and your team have put together. The accessibility now of ammo.
We're seeing that, they're set in the state. We seeing that Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. We know this is going to cause order out of chaos, sedition among men. It's going to be city against city, neighbor against neighbor, Egyptian against Egyptian. This is exactly what they want. That's why they keep showing these movies like Civil War, The Purge. What's the other one? It's another one too. But one thing about it, we seeing that they laying it out right before your eyes. Also, they bringing forth this new technology, this AI, which in fact gonna be dealing with your biometrics, your digital ID. Cause you seeing how this is going. So right now, a lot of people saying that it's safe and convenient. But one thing about it, this is total control. And one thing about it, you got to be spiritual to see what's coming. So we already know this is going to cause more increased violence. We already know that it's mass shootings all over the place. And one thing about it, it's only going to get worse and worse. The devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath in the middle of the Lord. We constantly warning you left and right. Let's read the title once again. It said ammo vending machines offer 24/7 access to bullets at some U.S. grocery stores. So right now they're saying it's in Alabama, Texas, and also in Oklahoma. And I'm thinking that they're getting ready to start in my state right here in Louisiana. Is already saying that 18-year-old can purchase a gun without having a background check, or don't have to worry about a permit or even license. You know what I'm saying? So, so people can be unstable. Right now, you got a lot of people have a mental illness. We got a lot of people right now have records of domestic violence, all sorts of criminal records. So you're seeing what is going. And also, we got these illegal migrants here. So they already setting the stage. Hey, man, these sleeper cells are in place. So now they can tell you can get bullets 24/7, ammo. Why they telling you that? They getting you prepared, because one thing about it, they knowing that this civil war, civil unrest is getting ready to break out. And also, you already heard what Biden was talking about. Not Biden, Trump was saying about Project 25. So when you get around to it, go to the website. It'll tell you what it's all about. But one thing about it, man, we seeing that we're here, man. All hell is getting ready to break loose. And wow, man, inconvenience, though, making it convenient, safe. But that's what they'll tell you. It's very convenient. It's very safe. You're quick. You don't have to stand in line. Same way about this RFD microchip. Very convenient, very safe. You don't have to stand in line. Just wave your hand or just show your forehead. So in this case, they showing your face recognition. So we seeing that all this technology is coming into play. Also, in these grocery stores is already set up. They ain't haven't just set it all the way up yet, but I think in Walgreens I've seen that it was a machine in there. You speak and wave, or wave and speak, or whatever like that. And these machines look like vaults. So we seeing that we're coming upon this time. Now they are putting ammunitions, for your guns. Which in fact, what is the modern day sword is the gun in these convenience stores, these grocery stores in Texas, Alabama, in Oklahoma, and also I think it's gonna start up in Louisiana, talking about the Southeast. So we already knowing that, hey man, Esau is getting prepared while our people are constantly sleeping. The devil is constantly getting busy. So now let's get a quick precept, and I have some more videos to bring out. Let's get this one right quick. Psalm chapter 17 and verse 13 says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And out of the Bible, we already knowing when you go to Genesis chapter 27, I think around 39 through 40, it tell you what Esau's blessing was, which in fact is what the sword, the modern day sword is the what? It's the gun. Also all sorts of weaponry, all sorts of technology, and his ultimate sword is the IBCM missile. That's the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And out of the body, we already knowing that, the Lord's sword is the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. We ask the Lord to cast him down, deliver us from him. Because one thing about it, we already knowing that he is getting ready to get busy. So let's read this once again. Psalm chapter 17 and verse 13 says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." So one thing about it, we already knowing that the modern day sword is the gun, and one thing about that is his blessing. So one thing about it is that we got to be spiritual. And one thing about it, to be carnally minded is death. So one thing about it, that if you try to pick up the gun or pick up, some type of thing to protect yourself, the Lord is going to protect you. It's nothing wrong with having a weapon, but that is not this is not our fight. The Lord, it's going to take care of everything for us. All we got to do is trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So now let's start today's video, and after the video we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
We are in Pell City, Alabama at Fresh Value grocery store, installing the first ever automated retail machine for ammunition. The stores were really the inspiration for it. I mean, they knew their customer base, and they came to us and thought this would be a really good opportunity for their customer base. There's a lot of hunting community here in Pell City, and thought that their customers would love an opportunity to be able to buy ammunition here at the store.
We're super excited to offer, what we think is the first ammo kiosk. We're always looking for ways to give our customer another reason to come visit our stores. Anything that we can do to help them make their shopping trips easier, based on the feedback that we've gotten just from customers today. They are so excited about us having the ammo kiosk.
One of the ways we're changing the landscape of ammunition sales is to make it more available. Being able to move into a place like a grocery store, supermarket, makes it a lot more available to the public. But we're taking a different approach to it. Traditionally, ammunition is sold at outdoor type stores, your sporting goods stores, and it just sits on a shelf. It's very accessible. Because of that, there's a high rate of theft. But with our machines, as you can see here, we have, a very secure automated retail machine. We're able to age verify. We scan a driver's license. It then takes 360 facial recognition for the purchase and matches it to the ID. So over the next year, we're looking forward to, seeing these roll out all throughout the South and the Southeast.
Ammunition is being sold through an AI-assisted vending machine throughout Alabama and independent grocery stores. American Rounds is the company that created this vending machine, and they say it's completely secure. It's got facial recognition, it scans your bank card, it scans your driver's license. They say it's more secure than dealing with a person. And these can be available 24/7, just depending on when the stores are open, and they don't require a person. So it works a lot like an ATM. And in Alabama, this doesn't shock me because we have bait vending machines, and these can just go right next to it. So the question is, what's the legality of this? And I think there's going to be some city councils that are going to debate. We're going to see customers debate, and we're going to have some ethics questions in here. But it's very interesting because it's just a transaction, no different than going to Walmart, because they're still somewhat of a grocery store. So I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think about this. Do you think it's okay to go ahead and purchase from a vending machine if they say it's completely secure? In Alabama, we still don't have slot machines, but we definitely have ammunition vending machines. Like, share, comment, and follow.
Damn it, I love this country so much.
My name's Matt. I am a reporter down here in San Antonio, and that right there is exactly what you think it is. That is an ammunition vending machine right between the ATM and the ice. Now, this machine was just placed in a Canyon Lake market, Lowe's Market in Canyon Lake on Stadler Road. Now, a lot of the people who live in Canyon Lake have either a very positive review of it or a very negative review of it. Canyon Lake has a big hunting community. That's what a lot of the clientele here at this store does and asks for. So having this ammunition machine, very convenient for them. And it should be said, this isn't a stereotypical ammunition or a vending machine. You can't just go up, put $1 in and get a bullet. You have to go through extensive kind of ID verification and facial recognition to match it up with your ID. So that right there is the camera on top of the vending machine. Actually, the person who made this device, his name is Grant Majors, and he calls it an automated retail device, not a vending machine trying to...
So we seeing that, you know, that the stage is set. We seeing that, hey, man, we coming upon these times. A lot of our people, still are relaxing in their leaves. And this man now is getting ready, is selling ammunition for your weapons, at your convenient store, grocery store. So we seeing right now it's getting ready to get busy. So now let's start today's lesson. Let's start here in Romans. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. So we seeing that, you know, we're being watchmen for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. You know, you see something, say something. And we seeing that this man is moving at warp speed. He's seeing that his days is determined. So he's getting ready, locked and loaded, and ready to go. Romans chapter 13 and verse 4 said, "For he is the minister of the Almighty to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he bears not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Almighty, and a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth wrong." And not about who is that minister of the Almighty, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. That's talking about his sword, which in fact is what the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks. And also, he's not going to use that sword, in vain, because one thing about it, that is his blessing. So we seeing right now, he's getting ready to be that, cunning hunter. And one thing about it, it's almost hunting season. And who will they be hunting? The Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Indians. And one thing about it, Jacob Trouble, it's right around the corner. We already seeing that World War III is getting ready to escalate. We're already talking about a civil unrest, civil war. You know what I'm saying? Sedition among men. Already have these sleeper cells in place. And right now, they getting giving you access to these vending machines. You know, is this by coincidence or is this by design? It's by designs of who? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. The Lord is getting ready to cause these things to happen, man. We seeing it, man. The Lord is getting ready to tear this place to pieces. Let's go here to Isaiah chapter 19. Cause people, hey man, I can just go straight here and get me some bullets and bam, and it's hunting season, man. I'm telling you, man, we living in some very perilous time and some evil time. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2 said, "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." So we already know the modern day Egyptians is the Edomites. You know what I'm saying? We seeing right here, they're gonna be, it's gonna be, Edomite against Edomite. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be city against city. It's gonna be that lawless time, because right now they giving pretty much access to these weapons to pretty much anyone, ammo to pretty much anyone. You know, they basically just telling you, hey man, we ready for y'all to kill one another. That's exactly what's getting ready to happen. But it's all going to happen through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So that's where this is where we at, man. Let's go here to 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Man, I'm telling you, man, we so very close, man. These things getting ready to pop out, man. We seeing a lot of what increased violence. Love of men is constantly waxing cold. People are getting what gunned down every day by what? By this sword. So it's gonna be plenty modern day sword, which in fact is the gun. Also what? Plenty ammo. So they getting ready to flood this country with all sorts of weaponry. So we seeing where this is going. A time of trouble that we've never seen before. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 15. And it reads, said, for the sword in their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with sword in their hand. The modern day sword is the what? It's the gun. Now they got these AI ammunition vending machine for your convenience, you know, at some grocery stores, what started in the South, but we knowing that they are going to spread to these other cities. And one thing about it, we seeing that they're laying it out right before our. They want what? Total control. And also they bringing forth these what? This AI, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be dealing with your biometric. We constantly warn you, all roads lead to what? That grain of rice at any given time. We see it. It's going to be, hey, man, we're seeing right now, for the sword and their destruction is drawing nigh, is very near. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. Total chaos, order out of chaos against another, and sword in their hand. The modern day sword is the what? The gun. So we seeing that now. They're giving you access. If you run out of bullets, you can go right here to your convenient grocery store, just like an ATM. You know, put your check your age verification, do your face recognition, you scan of your face, and boom, and you purchase your ammo, and you out of there, and you can go on to hunting. You know what I'm saying? So it would be one people would stand up and fight against another. Let's read this one right here, verse 16. It said, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So we seeing right now, they're not going to regard anyone. You know, that invading force, you know, going to be coming in. Also, the UN troops, also just going to be fighting right here in our own backyard, you know, against one another. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a lawless time. So we seeing how these things are lining up just like clockwork, man. We seeing it. Let's read this once again. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16 said, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So right now, even the police ought to be afraid of this, because one thing about it, if people got access, now they making it more easier and easier to you to access a weapon, to access what? Ammo. You already know where this is going to go. It's getting ready to be what? Sedition among men. It's getting ready to be what? Rioting. You know what I'm saying? Civil unrest. You know what I'm saying? All sorts of what? Disorder and confusion. Strife and envy. You know what I'm saying? Killing and murdering. You know, shootings. All sorts of things are getting ready to happen. That lawless time is coming upon us. Jacob's trouble. So now let's go here to just a very quick lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shema. Let's go here to Sirach chapter 9. Let's get to one in Sirach. Sirach chapter 9. Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13? Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13, if I'm not mistaken. And it reads, say, keep thee far from the man that has power to kill, so shall thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. So remember that thou goest in the midst of snares or traps, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. So that's right now. Who held what power to kill is what? Esau, Edom, what the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And one thing about it, though, the Lord said, don't come near him. Never trust thy enemy. As iron rusts, so is his wickedness. So right now, he putting it right in your face. This is a trap. You know what I'm saying? A snare. You know what I'm saying? You go there and purchase you is you're already taking your face recognition. So you already know who you are when you purchase this ammo. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go ahead on and purchase. So one thing about it is that, hey, you already know how these polices are right now. They already trigger happy. So they see you with a gun and with some ammo, man, it's hunting season for them. So this is the setup. So one thing about it, you got to wake up. You got to be wise. What the prudent man foresees the evil. And one thing about it, and hides himself. But the simple pass on and are what punish. And one thing about it that we seeing that we coming to punish time. And one thing about it that we seeing that it's getting very close. Let's read this once again. Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 9 and verse 13 said, "Keep thee far from the man that has power to kill, so shall thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares or traps, that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city." And one thing about it, we already know that we're walking in the shadow of the valley of death. What death is lurking on every corner. We're seeing it each and every day. People are getting shot down, murdering, killing, all sorts of senseless death. That spirit of vengeance is working overtime, but it's all through the spirit of power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. So we already know who have power to kill, which in fact is the sword, which in fact is Esau, Edom. So we seeing it, we're here, man. The man of the Lord comes to the one you left and right. It's getting ready to get, man. It's getting ready to get wild. Let's get a quick precept. Let's go here to here the Lord said, don't, if you live by the sword, you shall die by the sword. I think this let's see, it's that Matthew. One moment, let's go here to Matthew 26. Let's get this right quick. If you live by, you die by. Be carnally minded is death. Let's see. Here's Matthew chapter. Matthew, man, let me see. Lord, help me find it. Matthew chapter 26 and verse, I think it's 51 or 52. Let's try 52. Here we go right here. Let's get this here. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 52 said, "Then said Yahushua unto him, said, Put up again thy sword unto his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword." So one thing about it is plain and simple. So even in the day of trouble, Jacob's trouble, you can have all sorts of guns, all sorts of weaponry, all sorts of ammo. But the Lord said, the one that take up the sword shall perish with the sword. So one thing about it, if you live by it, you're going to die by it. So one thing about it, that's being carnally mind of this world, of the flesh. One thing about it, you're going to have to be, this is we would call in a spiritual warfare. So you're going to have that spiritual weapon. What is that spiritual weapon? This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. So right now, your guns or your ammo is not going to save you. But when the Lord released these death angels, they going to unalive a lot of peoples in the billions. And one thing about it, the Lord said, "I come not to bring peace, but a sword." But that sword going into what? Judgment. So now let's go here to Romans, because a lot of people right now, that's very convenient. I'm gonna get my gun, I'm gonna get my ammo. That's exactly what he want. Order out of chaos. You know what I'm saying? He want to bring forth all this chaos so he can bring forth the solution, bringing these UN troops and declare what? Martial law, or even declare some type of pandemic or something, some type of emergency. So we already know what he got cooking. So let's go here to Romans chapter 6. Let's go here. Romans chapter 6. Let's see where we at here. Romans chapter 8, Salaki. Romans chapter 8 and verse 6, Salaki. And it reads, said, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." So we see it right here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people right now, you going and purchasing ammo for your guns or whatever type of weapons you got, it's gonna lead to what? To death. To be spiritually minded is what? Is life. Gonna lead to what? Salvation. So we seeing right now that we're very close. Let's read verse 7. Said, "Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Almighty Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, for it is not subject to the law of the Almighty, neither indeed can be." Verse 8 said, So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Verse 9 said, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. Say, if so be that the spirit of the Almighty Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of the Hamashiach, he is none of his. So one thing about during this time, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to be spiritually minded. And also, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is going to have to be dealing with you, you know, the 1/3 elect. And one thing about it, so a lot of people going to be doing a lot of fighting, a lot of killing, raping, robbing, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lawless time. So so a lot of people are of this world. So we seeing right now, they're to, oh man, I'm ready. You know, I have my gun, I have my ammo, you know, I'm a doomsday prepper. I'm prepared. But one thing about it, hey, you can get killed when it first starts. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is getting ready to orchestrate something that you have never seen before. It is at the door, the hour of temptation. It is fast approaching. And one thing about it, to be carnally minded is death. So if you go there and purchase, you know, ammo, which in fact is nothing wrong with having a gun, but one thing about it, you're not leaning on that at all. You know, so we already knowing that, you know, that will leave you use that in a way it could get you killed. And one thing about it, could protect your life and also could take your life. I'll put it to you like that. But one thing about it, that we're going to trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. You know, one thing about it, we already have our weapon, which in fact is His wisdom and His knowledge, His understanding. And one thing about it, the name of the Lord shall be what is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and is safe. So that is going to be our protection right there. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's go here to our last and final script. Don't mean to be rambling. Voice is very, mouth is very dry. Let's go here. Let's get this last one. Hope. And once again, hoping that you get edified by today's lesson. Let's see here. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 11. Because this is where we at. It said, put on the whole armor of the Almighty, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. It said verse 12 said, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. So one thing about it, that we seeing that left hand energy is working overtime. The principalities go into these what you call like demons, you know, this left hand energy, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's black man, this all sorts of wickedness upon this earth. You know, and it also says here, spiritual wickedness in high places. These global elites, you know, they have their agenda. You know, they trying to bring forth this new world order out of chaos. This is exactly what they want. And also they trying to bring forth what? Depopulation. They trying to bring the population down to, I think they said 500 million. So by them setting you up with this AI this AI ammo vending machine, you know what I'm saying? They setting the stage, you know what I'm saying? All things are ready. So one thing about, it's for your convenience, very convenient and safe. You know, you don't have to wait in a line. Just go right there and scan your recognition and verify your age, and boom, you out of there. Very quick and convenient. So you'll be ready, locked and loaded and ready to go. But one thing about it is that we knowing that Jacob's trouble, man, it's going to be off the chain. We seen that we're here. So let's read verse, what's called, so we're in a spiritual warfare right now. And verse 13 said, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Almighty, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, that evil day is what? Jacob's trouble, our temptation. Also the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Our salvation is at the door. Let's get one more, because you know what I'm saying. It's something else. Let's go to Proverbs. Let's get this one right quick. So we see that we're in that spiritual that warfare is happening right now. We're in that transition to power. Proverbs chapter 16, we'll close out. Let's go here. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. And it reads, it said, the Lord has made all things for himself. yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So one thing about it, we already knowing that, that the so-called white man, he is the wrath fitted for destruction. And also the Lord, created him for the day of evil. So we seeing that we are very close to this time. We seeing that all hell is getting ready to break loose, a time of trouble that we have never seen before. And one thing about it, we're going to constantly trust and believe in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. We already knowing that this devil's getting ready to strike. But when he strike, the Lord is going to strike right back. So we seeing right now they setting up these ammunition vending machine. So they're getting prepared. One thing about it, we already seen that March too, what they did in Nashville. Was it a psyop? Was it by design or manufacture? But one thing about it, we already know we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We see that he's trying to get that advantage, bring forth his agenda, his plan, his plot. The new world order is coming, fast approaching. Also that MOTB, it is right around the corner. So man, the clock is ticking. We're seeing that we are very close. Time is constantly accelerate. We knowing that the great day of the Lord is fast approaching. And one thing about it, that whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is AI Ammo Vending Machine. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom. Shalom.